So you just found out that your monkey branching ex got married to the new supply. And it feels like a punch in the gut, slap in the face. You don't know what you put yourself right now, but I'm going to walk you through it. I know that this is tough news and you're completely immobilized. You feel like throwing up. Maybe you even threw up. I got a client called me like she got married and threw up during our call. So I understand the feeling that you're feeling right now. It's super heavy. But let me reassure you, first of all, it will never last, ever. Because this is a classic case of psychological displacement, which means that they are continuing the relationship they had with you, just with another person. Maybe you guys were engaged. Maybe you were about to move in together or something like that. And they pick up the relationship where you guys left off. This is very, very common that it happens. If in your case you weren't engaged or lived together and they still got married, this is a different scenario, but this is just one of them. It happens also when they got married right like very, very quickly, even if you guys were not engaged. But this is what happens more often than not because something in them just don't realize that this is not the same person. And this is a psychological disorder. This is mental disease. You are, God loves you so much that you dodged the bullet here. And you probably heard it many times before that you dodged the bullet. And if you hear people tell you dodged the bullet, they know something you didn't know. They saw something you didn't see, but they don't want to tell you. Just get this. I'm Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. Today's session, I got 6 or 7 things that I want you to know about why your ex got married and how it's going to not work out. And yeah, you'll get some realizations that will help you to make order, to have order in your mind. So I will not start with the first one, I'll start actually with the second one. They think that commitment will fix their dissatisfaction of life and dysfunction. A person who monkey branches doesn't change overnight. They don't change actually at all. It's not that they don't change overnight. They don't change at all. In order for them to change, it's like 99.9% they never change. And monkey branchers are actually the kind of people that you see in their 70s single and bitter because they don't change. They just go from one relationship to the next, and every time a relationship they're in is getting a little bit weak or there are conflicts and they don't equipped with conflict resolution skills or emotional and intellectual capacity, they monkey branch. So therefore they never truly have a relationship that is sustainable. This is why these are the type of people that stay single for the rest of their life. Now, marriage doesn't heal emotional immaturity, attachment wounds, or selfishness. They think that by marriage they're securing love, but all they really do is doing actually the opposite because they don't secure love because they just get this, you're not gonna like it, but I'm a no bullshit kind of coach that will tell you what you need to hear to heal, not what you want to hear to pay me. So there you go, brace yourself. The marriage, even if it's a female or a male, probably was your ex's idea because they want to secure marriage. They want to feel like they are, they want to legitimize their new relationship and they want to show that they made a right decision, even though they had made the wrong decision, they need to make something grandiose in order for them to not look stupid, which they are, but whatever. So it's kind of like, when people want to have kids, just bring a baby into the world to fix their marriage. So they're trying to bring more novelty in order for them to fix their dysfunction and dissatisfaction from life. They feel so empty that they need these grand gestures to change something in them that they don't have happiness. And this is why I'm saying you dodged the bullet, because your ex was a very unhappy person. How I know that? A happy person don't cheat. A happy person don't lie. The happy person don't deceive like that. That's all there is to it. A happy person is a genuine person, and they were miserable and bitter people. So you dodge the bullet. Now, it just adds pressure to the foundation that was already cracked. They started a relationship with marriage, and I got a client also. He told me after 3 weeks they got married. What's going on with that? Exactly what I just told you. There is no base, there's no foundation, there's no spiritual connection there. It's built on lust. And everything that is built on lust will be lost. And that is all there is to it. Plus, your relationship probably was built on lust too. You wanted them for their physicality. They wanted you for your body as well. And what happened when the relationship starts to have some issues? You didn't lean on any spirit. You didn't have a strong spiritual connection, and they didn't have the conflict resolution skills. So this is why they bounced. So everything was just completely flawed from the beginning. Now they're starting a new relationship or marriage with the same skills that they used to have with you. Do you think it's going to work? This cannot work. It's impossible for it to work because they don't have the skills to make it work. Relationship requires skills. Relationship requires commitment. Relationship requires trust. Do they have that? They started this relationship based on a lie, based on deception. No, there is no way it's going to work. Now, only God can transform our heart, because many times they rush into marriage believing that this will make me happy, but the same patterns resurface, so it's not. And only God can transform a heart, not a new partner, not a ring, not even a new title. And Ezekiel 36:26 says, I will give you a new heart and put new spirit in you. They don't have a new heart or a new spirit. They continue the relationship they had with you, just with another person, and soon they will realize that this new person is not you. Soon they will realize that they made a mistake, and more often than not, they come back. If they don't come back to you, they will move on with someone else. They will not take time to heal or stay or just understand what they're doing. They will not, and this is a problem that you no longer have because they're no longer in your life. So you really dodge the bullet for the maybe 10th time in this video, and I will say it as many times as needed for you guys to understand, because you still tell me I want them back, or I want them to come back so I can tell them just to F off. I want this, I want that. You want nothing to do with this type of person anymore. You really don't. Why? Just tell me why. Because rejection, I will tell you why. Because rejection breeds obsession. That's it. You're obsessed with them. And this obsession causes you to believe, it falsely makes you believe that you want them, but you don't want them. You were so used to their validation and you missed the validation. And again, rejection breeds obsession. And get this, in the caveman era, when people were rejected, you know what it means? When a person was rejected from the tribe? It means that they're going to be exiled and put to death. If you weren't accepted as a tribe member, you were rejected and you're going to die. Now, the tribe gave you another chance to come back. They gave you another chance to come back. And this is something that in our subconscious mind, still it's primal, I don't know, in the human mind. But when they could come back, it means that they can live again. So you being exiled or rejected means that now you're going to die. Something in your mind tells you that you're going to die. But we're not living in the caveman era. Welcome to the 21st century. Now it's different. So you're not going to die. And you think that by getting them back or having them approve you will give you some type of validation that you're not completely flawed, and there you go. But this is not the case anymore. So understand that this is not about you, it's about them. And I said multiple times on my channel, being monkey branch is similar to being involved in a car accident. Well, while you are in the passenger seat, you didn't cause the accident, but you're highly affected by it. And now you need to heal. You need to heal, and you need to take matters into your own hands. So take it. I'm here to help you. Grab my hand and let me take you. Let me help you. My brother and my sister, let me help you. I'm here for you. The next thing is they try to legitimize their new relationship. Monkey branches know deep down that how things started wasn't right. Jumping from one partner to another creates guilt, shame, and instability. So by getting married quickly, they're trying to prove to themselves and to others that the new relationship is real and meant to be. Come on. It's not about love. It's about validation and escapism. Escapism, that's all there is to it. Validation and escapism. But remember that God doesn't bless what's built on deceit or broken vows. And Psalms 127:1 says, unless the Lord builds the house, the builder's labor is in vain. Okay? The builder labor in vain. The builder's labor in vain. So this is not a divine union. Can we agree on that, everybody? Can I get a witness here? Of course. No matter how beautiful it looks on the outside on social media, all that stuff, a relationship that starts in a sin or confusion won't stand on solid ground. Never. It cannot. It's impossible. Divine union needs to be blessed and need to be blessed by the Lord. And when it started in deceit and when it started in a sin, there's no way it's going to last. Number 4 is they're running from unresolved guilt and emptiness. When someone monkey branches, they skip the healing stage. They try to bypass the grief process, which is impossible to bypass the grief process, but guess what? They still try. It's not going to work. But anyways, instead of reflecting on what went wrong, they jump into another relationship to avoid pain. Marriage becomes the next distraction. That's the next distraction and a way to numb the void they never dealt with after losing you. But God has ways of exposing what's hidden. Eventually, the very things they ran from will resurface because only God can feel the inner emptiness. And Numbers 32:23 says, be sure your sin will be found out. So if the new supply haven't figured out already that they monkey branch, they will. And this is where this relationship will fail. Or sooner. Who knows? Number 5 is they mistake intensity with compatibility, which is a big one. Monkey branches confuse chemistry and excitement with genuine compatibility. The new relationship feels like soulmate connection because it's fueled by novelty, lust, and emotional escape. But fire burns fast. And when it cools, reality hits. When reality hits, you'll be far gone and they will be in deep, deep doo-doo. This is why Scripture warns us to be sober-minded and discerning when it comes to love. Jeremiah 17:9 says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Number 6, last but not least, they want to protect their own ego. If they left you for someone else, which they did, they need that new relationship to work. They need to. So this is why they overstay. And I always tell you guys, even if a monkey branching relationship lasts, it doesn't mean that it's successful. Many people stay together for ego reasons, egoic reasons. It doesn't mean that it's healthy. They will eventually say, did I make the right decision? Because people don't appreciate what they get easily. They don't appreciate it. And this is just human nature. It will be like that with everything. So even the new supply will say, this relationship came too easy. Maybe this person is not who I thought they were. Maybe they're not that good. And doubt starts to creep in. Your ex will have doubts, will start creeping. And probably your relationship was different. It wasn't that fast. So this will creep into the relationship and the foundation is already cracked and it will burn and crash. Now, otherwise, they have to face the painful truth. They betrayed something good and end up with something empty. Marriage becomes an ego defense mechanism, a way to save face and say, I made the right choice. But no matter how much someone tries to rewrite their stories, truth always surfaces. Luke 8:17 says, for there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. When their betrayal will come into the open, this is officially when it will end. If it didn't end prior to that. Now I want you to remember this. They may have gotten married, fine, but that doesn't mean that they've grown. They didn't grow. I just explained it to you, and I hope you understand they didn't grow, and they will die alone. This is just the kind of people. It just means that they are now trying to hide their brokenness inside a new story. They are masking their pain inside this new person, this new story, this new fake marriage. And it's just such a shame that it needed to be like that. But hey, this is their problem now. This is not your problem anymore. Focus on your growth, my friend, because what God rebuilds in you will be stronger, pure, and more enduring than anything they rushed into. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. Your story isn't over, my friend. It's being rewritten by God himself. And this time, he is the author. And I want you to trust the author. I say all the time that I have no fear because I trust the author. I know, like, I just know. And you need to know it too. You have to know it, and you gotta have trust, you gotta have faith, you gotta understand that everything that starts like this built on sin and lust will never last. It will never last. I know it hurts. I feel you, my friend. I know it hurts. But I wanted to let you know that first of all, you're not alone. There is a community of people for you. You can click the link in the description below to join our online healing community for free. The Rise of the Phoenix. If you need more help, you can get the Rise of the Phoenix. This is my online healing coaching program. Now for only $37 that will help you to get these realizations in your mind off of your ex and back on yourself. And if you want to expedite your healing, click the link in the description below to book a one-on-one call with me and let me help you and guide you through this mess and maze and fogginess and heart and the heaviness on your heart. I will help you lift off this pain, and I will guide you towards healing as humanly fast as possible. With that said, you guys, I love you so much. May God bless you on your healing journey, and I will see you again in the next one. Stay blessed.